everyone. So the last time we were at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, was for the very start of Mardi Gras here. And even though Mardi Gras is still going on and it hasn't really been that long since we were here, a lot has changed in the park. So we're going to go take a look around at each of the countries, see what all is different. And also we have a few more tasting pass items left, so we're going to go around and try some food items as well and give our thoughts on them. So let's go take a look. If you get anything printed out from one of the ticketing kiosks in the park or outside the park, they've changed the design on the back side of the ticket. It's now the Water Country USA Riptide Race water slide here. I saw at one point they had a 50th anniversary design. I'm really surprised that they don't have that currently, but this is what the back side of the tickets look like currently. The exterior of the Fountain Feather now has these ropes out here leading to a sort of, I guess, outdoor queue to get into the building. I find that kind of interesting because I've rarely seen too many people inside of this store, so why they feel they need an outdoor queue, I'm not sure. If anybody knows what's going on, let us know in the comments, please. At the Education and Tours building right next to the Fountain Feather, there is always a chalk drawing in the window asking if you want to pet a cow, advertising their tours that they have here. But right now, for this time of year, we missed this last time we were here, they drew a green, gold, and purple Mardi Gras hat on the Highland cow on the chalkboard. And for real, if you do want to pet a cow, here's a look at the QR code, if it's not too reflective. In the photo spot in Italy, they finally added a Mardi Gras background photo spot here, just like the one that's in England at the front of the park. We noted last time we were here that Bella Casa still had their Christmas decorations up. We see that they're still up even now, but now there's a good reason why. They're having a Christmas sale, 50% off of all their Christmas merchandise that are in the store. There's been a general consensus among theme park enthusiasts that this guy right here is creepy. I think I must be the only one that actually likes it. Like, what could possibly be creepy about a giant mannequin? The flying machine over in Italy is undergoing a refurbishment. This is part of the queue here. They have a big fence up. Then they have another fence around the actual ride. You can see some plastic on various pieces of equipment. So this is how the construction is currently going. It's kind of hard to see over the fence, but there are no actual ride vehicles attached to the central hub. Let's get a little bit old school. Does anybody remember Da Vinci's Cradle? It was my favorite ride over in Italy back in the day. It's been gone a while. I wish they would bring it back. I really enjoyed that ride. The fountain that did house the Christmas tree during Christmas Town is completely empty now. They've obviously taken the Christmas tree down. No water, still too cold for water yet, but this is the foundation of the fountain without anything special in here. For years, Busch Gardens has had bottles that you can get free drinks for a day and then pay on return visits for your drinks. They finally have an all-season bottle. You can see it's the 50th anniversary and it's a very pricey $59.99. However, unlike King's Dominion's bottles and Busch Gardens' all-day, one-visit bottles, this one is actually not a plastic bottle. This one is metallic and very sturdy. So you'll get your money's worth out of this, especially given how much Busch Gardens charges for drinks. So it's nice to see them catch up to King's Dominion and get an all-season drink bottle. So we still had a few credits left on our Mardi Gras sampler from our last visit, so we're going to try to use some of them today. From Bourbon Street Treats, we're going to try the most Harry Potter sounding dish anywhere here, the muffaletta. So Jen enjoyed the muffaletta overall. She said that the olive salad or tapenade on there gave it a nice vinegary flavor. The ham that was on there was really good. Her one slight knock was that even though it looks like it's kind of panini-like, the bread isn't as crispy as you would expect a panini to be. However, from what we were reading about muffalettas, the bread's not really supposed to be crispy, but she said she felt that it would help the sandwich. She would have enjoyed it a little more if the bread had been crispier, but that was really her only thing that she didn't like about it. Across from Tempesto, there's now another fire-tried kettle corn location. You can also find this near the arcade in Oktoberfest. As of recording this shot right here, we have not been to Oktoberfest yet today, so whether they have moved the fire-tried to this location or if this is a second location remains to be seen. Looks like the Tradewind has undergone its annual refurbishment. They'll usually take the cars off and sit them inside the arcade here. They're obviously no longer there, they're back on the track, but you can tell the refurbishment isn't 100% done because the centerpiece isn't reinstalled in there. So hopefully they can get that back on there and reopen the ride soon. A few new prizes over at the Pantheon Rebound. They have this little bug-eyed chameleon, a little blue peacock, some kind of strange pineapple-looking owl thing, and a way too happy octopus. And then they have some wolves that I think have been here before. But I especially like this little bug-eyed chameleon here. This one's really funny looking, especially with the tongue sticking out. I could have sworn that they had a Tempesto Coaster Dynamics model before, but this display looks completely different. So either this whole model is brand new or they just changed the packaging for it. My guess would be that this is a brand new model, and I just never noticed that they never had Tempesto before. But there you go, you can now get a Tempesto model, and that would be $54.99. Verbolten's been down for a little bit. They have a sign out in front of it now that lets you know that it's parked for a repaint, which are probably needed, so I appreciate that they're taking the time to do that. But I guess the paint is only going to take about an hour because the wait from this point is only about an hour long. From Big Easy Spirits at the little tiny bar inside of the Fest House, we're trying the king cake shot, which has the colored sugar around the sides like a king cake. It really is a shot. You can see by Jen's hands just how small it is. Alright, so heading back outside of the Fest House because the show's going on in there and it's really loud. Of course, the drink is completely gone because it was just a shot. Jen said that it was really, really sweet, but that's not too surprising. When they put sugar on the rim and whipped cream on top, she said that there was rum chata inside of it and also another liquor that she wasn't quite sure what kind it was. She said it was a super strong alcoholic flavor, but when they're charging $15 for something this size, it really should be strong. So it's good that they put a lot of alcohol in that. Interesting to note that the Brow House on the back side of the Fest House has a sign out in front that shows that it's temporarily closed. It was definitely open when we were here in January, so how long this has been temporarily closed, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's just for today or if they're doing some kind of refurbishment back in here. Not sure what's going on. It'll be interesting to see when we come back in March if it's reopened and if anything has changed in there. Even though nothing's really changed since January, here's a quick look at the lift hill for the Wolf's Revenge from the side of the Fest House. This is the best angle of the lift hill outside of actually being in the queue to ride it. So my question has been answered. Fire Tried is still over here in Oktoberfest, so the one over in Festa Italia is just a second location. It's kind of nice to see that you can get it in a couple of different places in the park. Well, it looks like we continue to put a pause on our gratuitous Dark Coaster wait time update. The sign is still broken. They have a chalkboard out here. The attraction is operating at reduced capacity. Of course, it was operating at reduced capacity last time we were here and it was still a walk-on, but my hunch is it's later in the day now, so that's probably not true today. I wonder if they'll ever get this sign fixed. We might have to transition over to a Wolf's Revenge gratuitous wait time update in the near future. From the Bayou Bar, Jen got the Fat Tuesday spiked lemonade. It's spiked with Tito's and it's also a obviously pink lemonade. Without even tasting it, I had a hunch that this would be very tart, and Jen confirmed that it was, but she said it's really good and very strong. Not much to really say. It's lemonade and some vodka, so it's, you know, if you've had vodka, you pretty much know what to expect. But she said it was pretty good. Was anybody else aware that Barilla made more than just pasta? They have some cookies with hazelnut and cocoa cream, and they also have these star bread cookies here. Interesting, they have desserts and pasta. I'm a fan of putting together Lego sets, and I've seen that they've had these around the park for a while, but I've never bothered to actually try to get one. Has anyone ever tried putting one of these together, and if so, do you think it's worth the money to buy them? I'm interested to try it, but I don't know if this little tiny thing is worth what they charge here. In the back entrance of Der Marktplatz, there is a new display of various kitchenware, Sesame Street theme. They have these various 3-piece cutlery sets. Some, I don't know, I'm assuming cookie tins perhaps? Some plates and bowls. They have Elmo, Oscar, Big Bird, a different Elmo, and Abby, I think her name is. I'm not well versed in Sesame Street anymore. They have little whisks, little spatulas, these Cookie Monster gigantic bowls, and dish towels, and oven mitts, and another Cookie Monster bowl down here. So, nice selection of kitchen materials. There's also this, I believe new, I've never seen it before, light blue and pastel pink Kinder Carousel sweatshirt, which is $54.99. Also inside of the gift shop in Germany, they've had some of these little hoodies here that they've been selling, but this one's pretty cool. It has the date of the Big Bad Wolf, 84 to 2009, but there's a new one that they have in here now. This one in particular is for the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge, opening in 2025. Now it definitely has to open in 2025. This hoodie costs $59.99, which is actually the same as all the others, like the Loch Ness Monster one here. You can see that one is also $59.99. So despite this one being for a brand new coaster, they didn't up the price on it. Here's a version that was already unzipped, so you can see inside it's very fluffy and woolly. It looks like it'll definitely keep you warm. Still waiting to find out what they're going to do with the popcorn stand right outside of Alpengeist. No change since the last time we were here. Construction wall still up, blocking it off. I'm pretty sure this is just some cracks in the paint, but after what happened with Fury 325 last year with the crack in the supports, it's a little bit scary to see anything like this, even if it is just the paint. This is one of the supports for Alpengeist here. Goes all the way up. I'm pretty sure this is perfectly safe, but it's just not great to see cracks when you walk by a support on a coaster. Even though they don't yet have the 2025 merchandise available, they still have the 2023 picture frame and the 2023 ornament for sale in the general store in New France. If you're boarding the train in New France, you come to the New France Caribou train station up this ramp and go into the entrance here. So it's likely that you won't come around to where the actual Caribou train station sign is. If you come around to where the sign is located and then turn around, you come to a wooden wall on the outside of Invader. And on that wall is a little Easter egg that's easy to miss. Attention, survivors of lost merchant ships report being attacked by a giant sea dragon. Perhaps the Loch Ness Monster over in Scotland. Update to the giant skeletons in front of Trapper's Smokehouse. They're even bonier than before. From the Creole Grill, aka Trapper's Smokehouse, we got the fried green tomato po' boy, which comes with a slaw and a remoulade on here. I definitely love this po' boy. The size, it's a little bit small like most of the portions here, but the flavor is there. The tomatoes are nice and juicy. The remoulade has a really good tang to it, and I like the slaw. It gives the sandwich a nice crunch because the tomatoes themselves aren't very crunchy, so it's got a nice combination of flavor and texture. I really enjoyed this sandwich a lot. Here's a photo op sign near the Wolf Haven. This wasn't here last time we were here, and I was surprised that I didn't see it. I'm glad that they actually did bring a 2025 sign here, so you can take your picture in front of it and have the date. They hung up the Happy Killarney Grab banners on Castle O'Sullivan here in Ireland. And on the entrance side of the castle tour when you're crossing the bridge into Ireland from the other direction. If you're a pin collector and trader, mark your calendars. March 15th is the next pin trading event here at the Prost Patio, where you can get together with other pin traders, play games, and trade your pins. And last but not least on our Mardi Gras food list, we have from Clancy's Cajun Creations, the Cajun Hush Puppies with a Cajun dipping sauce. So the Hush Puppies are a little bit small, a little bit on the dry side. Even dipping them in the Cajun sauce didn't really help with the dryness issue, but the sauce itself did have a nice, strong, spicy kick. So if you're into spice, of course, if you're not into spice, you probably wouldn't order something called Cajun anything, but if you're into spice, you'll probably enjoy the dipping sauce, which is definitely the highlight more so than the Hush Puppies themselves. Surprisingly, this is the first time that we've seen the construction of the Big Bad Wolf in the daytime from the train. So here's a look at the progress, which actually the progress is completed. So here is most of the completed track of the Big Bad Wolf, Wolf's Revenge. Going right above us.
There's the village, just like the rest of the beautiful. Absolutely
It's looking really good. In progress of putting together some buildings for the village back there.
Yeah. Awesome.
They originally said the ride was scheduled to open at the end of April, but at this rate, without them even beginning to test or anything, I don't think that's going to happen.
They're getting ready for trains, so it looks like it's probably going to be hot this week next.
Hey, they even have a mailbox in there right now. So those were all the updates that we caught for this month here at Busch Gardens. If you noticed anything that we missed, please leave a comment down below. Let us know. We'll be sure to check it out next time we visit. I feel like we were pretty comprehensive, but I mean, it's such a spread out park, we could have easily missed a whole bunch of stuff, so your input's very much appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, we'd appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Every like and subscribe is a big help to the channel. Also, please be sure to check out our Instagram page, which is appearing over Jen's head right now. Right below that is our Threads handle, if you haven't already checked that out. And right below Jen is our email address. We read any questions, comments, concerns, and constructive criticism that you send to us, so we appreciate any feedback that you want to send. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for watching, but the fun's not over yet. Click the box in front of my face for another fun video, or click my tree to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.